Is the iPhone 16 finally the flagship to dethrone Samsung? Or does the Galaxy S25 still reign supreme? The smartphone battle just got a major upgrade. With the launch of the Samsung Galaxy S25, Apple's iPhone 16 meets its fiercest rival yet. Apple iPhone 16 is already earning praise for being powerful, polished, and surprisingly affordable. But Samsung isn't backing down, packing its base S25 with serious specs and features that aim to impress. So how do they really compare? It's time to break down the truth about which flagship phone truly leads in 2025. Release date and price. The Galaxy S25 was announced at Galaxy Unpacked and is now available to pre-order. It starts at $799, the same price at the Galaxy S24. You can buy it starting February 7th, 2025. The iPhone 16 has been on sale since September 2024 and is already available from stores and phone carriers. It also starts at $799 for the 128GB version. If you want more storage, the 256GB model costs $899 and the 512GB version is priced at $1,099. Both phones offer similar starting prices but have different storage options and release dates. Design and display. Samsung didn't change much with the Galaxy S25. It still looks a lot like the previous models. However, it is a bit smaller and thinner than the last version, and it weighs 0.2 ounces less. Although some rumors said the screen might be a little bigger, it still has the same 6.2-inch display as before. The iPhone 16 keeps its flat edges and the usual dynamic island cutout for the camera and Face ID. But there are a few noticeable changes. The rear cameras have been moved to a new position, which not only makes the phone look different, but also supports new features like spatial photo and video recording. The old mute switch is gone, replaced by a new action button that can do more than just silence your phone. There's also a new camera control button that lets you change camera settings and take pictures more easily without using the screen. The Galaxy S25 screen brightness and refresh rate haven't changed from last year. It still has an adaptive 120Hz refresh rate, which makes scrolling and animation smoother. This gives it an advantage over the iPhone 16, which still uses a 60Hz display on its basic model. The S25 also comes with a new ProScaler feature that uses AI to improve picture quality. But we'll need to compare both phones side by side to see if it really makes a difference. When it comes to colors, the iPhone 16 is available in black, white, pink, teal, and ultramarine. Samsung also offers fun choices for the Galaxy S25. You can get it in navy, mint, icy blue, and silver shadow. If you buy directly from Samsung, you can also choose from 3 extra colors: blue-black, coral red, and pink gold. Cameras. Samsung didn't change the camera hardware on the Galaxy S25. Instead, it improved the Pro Visual Engine, which helps process photos better. We'll see how much this change helps after we compare it with other phones. The S25 still uses the same cameras as the S24 and S23, a 50-megapixel main camera, a 12-megapixel ultra-wide camera, and a 10-megapixel telephoto lens. Even without new hardware, Samsung has an advantage. That's because the iPhone 16 doesn't have a separate telephoto lens. Instead, Apple's 48-megapixel main camera zooms in by cropping the image, giving a 2x zoom effect. These zoomed-in photos look good in our tests, but Samsung's S25 offers true 3x optical zoom thanks to its dedicated telephoto lens. In short, the Galaxy S25 keeps the same cameras but might take better photos because of its new image processing. And when it comes to zoom, Samsung still beats the iPhone with its hardware. Performance. Samsung shared some exciting news at its Unpacked event. The new Galaxy S25 will use the Snapdragon 8 Elite chip in all versions, not just the one sold in North America. This is different from last year, when Samsung used its own Exynos chip in phones outside North America. The Snapdragon 8 Elite is a very fast chip. Phones like the OnePlus 13, which use the same chip, show great performance. In many tests, they do better in graphics and sometimes in CPU speed than Apple's A18 chip in the iPhone 16. However, Apple still has some wins. In the Geekbench single-core test, which checks how fast one core of the processor works, the iPhone 16 scores higher than the OnePlus 13. Also, the iPhone 16 can convert videos in Adobe Premiere Rush much faster than phones with the Snapdragon 8 Elite. Samsung may make the Snapdragon 8 Elite even better by using a special version made just for their phones. Also, the Galaxy S25 has more memory than the iPhone 16, 12 GB of RAM compared to 8 GB. This extra memory can help with multitasking and running big apps smoothly. Battery and charging. Samsung kept the same 4000 mAh battery in the Galaxy S25 as it used in the Galaxy S24. But thanks to better power management from the new Snapdragon 8 Elite chip, the S25 might last longer. In fact, the two phones we've tested with this chip both made it onto our list of phones with the best battery life. That's a good sign for the Galaxy S25. The iPhone 16 also has solid battery life, but it likely won't beat the Galaxy S25. In our battery test, where phones browse the internet until they die, the iPhone 16 lasted 12 hours and 43 minutes. That's over 2.5 hours better than the average phone, but still 45 minutes less than the Galaxy S24. If the S25 improves at all, it will increase that lead even more. As for charging, the Galaxy S25 still offers 25-watt wired charging, just like the Galaxy S24. And that's about the same as what the iPhone 16 provides. Samsung also added support for Qi2 wireless charging in the S25, which is a nice bonus, but you'll need to buy a separate accessory to use that feature. So even with the same battery size and charging speed, the Galaxy S25 could end up lasting longer than both the S24 and the iPhone 16, thanks to its more efficient chip. Software and AI features. One UI 7 based on Android 15 is first coming to the Galaxy S25. It brings new AI features like writing tools, call transcripts, and more. You can open Google's Gemini Assistant by holding down the side button on the S25. Gemini can now work across different apps at the same time, making multitasking easier. These updates are part of the new Galaxy AI tools on the S25. One feature is Audio Eraser, which removes background noise from your videos. Another is an improved version of Circle to Search, which helps you find information quickly by circling it on the screen. Apple is also working on better AI features with its Apple Intelligence Update, which launched with iOS 18.1 last year. Some of Apple's tools are similar to Samsung's, such as writing help summaries, photo editing, and a smarter Siri assistant. However, Samsung's new updates give its assistant more power than what Apple's improved Siri can currently offer. With these changes, Samsung is pushed ahead in the race to build the best AI experience on smartphones. The Galaxy S25 and iPhone 16 Pro are two of the best small flagship phones you can get. But overall, the iPhone 16 Pro seems like the better device. It has a brighter screen, better cameras, longer battery life, and speakers that sound clearer. However, it's also more expensive. In Europe, it costs a bit over €1,000, and in the US, it's around $1,000. That's about the same price as the Galaxy S25 Plus, while the regular Galaxy S25 is around €800 or $800. So you're looking at a difference of around $200, not a small amount. The iPhone 16 Pro also comes with extra features like UWB or ultra-wideband, satellite messaging, and a more premium design. These may not be must-haves for everyone, but some people might find them useful. When it comes to security, the iPhone uses Face ID only, while the Galaxy S25 has an in-screen fingerprint scanner. Which one is better depends on your personal preference. Meanwhile, the Galaxy S25 has its own strengths. It's lighter, smaller, and charges a bit faster. It also has more raw power when it comes to performance, and is clearly more affordable. And if you're interested in AI features, Samsung already includes many of them with its One UI software. Apple, on the other hand, hasn't released most of its planned AI tools yet, especially in Europe. In the end, both phones are excellent, but your choice will likely come down to what matters more to you: premium features or better value for money. And there you have it, the battle between the iPhone 16 and Samsung S25. Both offer incredible features, but the choice really comes down to your personal preferences. Which one do you think stands out more? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more tech showdowns.